Welcome to AI Evening News. Here's tonight's lineup at a glance, and the last story tonight is the wildest. Stay for it. Next, the second half of today's topics. Anthropic just shipped a whole new class of Claude, and it sits above Opus. Claude Fable 5 takes 1 million tokens of context, writes up to 128K back, and is built to run agent jobs for days, not minutes. Pricing is $10 in, $50 out per million tokens, double Opus 4.8, and free on paid plans until June 22nd. It is everywhere on day one. Bedrock, GitHub Copilot, Azure Foundry, Google Cloud, Databricks. The twist is Claude Mythos 5, the same weights with the safety rails lifted, restricted to vetted partners under Project Glasswing. The catch is that refusals are now a first-class response, and every call carries 30-day retention with human review. Regulated shops read the fine print. Hacker News reads the free window as a pre-IPO nudge into usage billing, and honestly, both can be true. Bright and amazed, like showing a friend a magic trick, your phone just became a live interpreter. Google shipped Gemini 3.5 Live Translate, a new audio model doing speech-to-speech translation in the free Translate app, rolling out globally. Put in headphones, tap Live Translate, and it auto-detects across 70+ languages while keeping your intonation and pacing. On Android, there's even a listening mode. Hold the phone to your ear and the translation plays through the earpiece. Google Meet jumps from 5 languages to 70+ in preview, with 2,000 language combinations in one meeting. The model card is honest about the rough edges. Voices can drift or get stuck in rapid multi-speaker sessions. Still, the dedicated translator gadget just lost its reason to exist. Cohere finally built a model for coders and gave the weights away. North Mini Code is a 30 billion parameter mixture of experts, with only 3 billion active, under a clean Apache 2 license. On SWE Bench Verified, it posts 80.2%, at pass at 10, so 10 attempts, not 1. Keep that asterisk. It serves from a single H100 at FP8 or completely free hosted inside OpenCode. The trade-off is honest. All 30 billion still need to fit in memory, and outside coding, it is frankly weak. The community verdict so far? The license is the real headline. GitHub is bracing for code it didn't write. Security validation for third-party coding agents just went GA. CodeQL analysis, dependency checks, and secret scanning now run automatically on code from agents like Claude and Codex. On by default, no extra license needed. Same day, another drop. Code scanning no longer goes to sleep on inactive repositories. Flip one org setting, and dormant repos get a CodeQL pass every 30 days. That closes the classic blind spot, code that is abandoned but still deployed. Together, it is one message. In the agent era, GitHub assumes nothing ships unchecked. OpenAI published 2 field reports on Codex, and they teach the same lesson twice. Notion says it now one-shots feature specs and built its web voice input with Codex doing the heavy lifting. Nextdoor calls its version outcome engineering. Define the result as screenshots, video, and passing tests, then let the agent work toward it. One Nextdoor engineer shipped a feature that used to need 3 separate teams. Worth saying out loud, these are vendor-published stories with 0 hard metrics. Read them as direction, not data. But the direction is loud. The bottleneck is moving from writing code to deciding what to build. Claude's managed agents just learned to clock in. Anthropic added scheduled runs. An agent can now fire on a timer. Morning digests, weekly reports, nightly checks, with no human pressing go. There are also environment variable vaults. API keys and secrets live in a sealed store the agent can use but never reads back into a prompt. Together, that is the boring, load-bearing stuff real automation needs. Set it, vault the keys, and the agent quietly becomes part of the schedule. The AI employee pitch now comes with a punch clock. Quick quiz. What does Whisper do with bilingual audio? ServiceNow benchmarked frontier speech recognition on code-switched speech, Spanish, French, and German mixed with English, the way real bilingual customers actually talk. 11 Labs Scribe and Assembly AI barely flinched, and Gemini 3 Flash won on preserving meaning. Whisper Large V3 Turbo came dead last, and here is the trap. Without a language hint, it sometimes silently translates instead of transcribing. The transcript reads perfectly clean, and it is wrong. One asterisk, the test audio is synthetic, and no Japanese pairs yet. Still, the worst transcription error is the one that reads fine. If today's signal was useful, subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's briefing.